Once you have created your app, go to hardware and click on home. This action is like using the home button, and you can see that these icons are mostly blank. These are like default icons that you'll see. Go to file and say new. So we'll make use of 1024 width and 1024 height. So you can give it a name and then say OK. So let's select a rounded rectangle tool and then click on this white screen. So we can say 1024. Let's keep radii 220 each and select from center and say OK. Now let's create a new layer using some color. I'm going to use this light blue and we can say OK. But now this square is covering the rounded rectangle. You can right click here and select create clipping mask, and then you see that shape here. Now select color fill 1 and rounded rectangle 1 by holding the command key. Do a right click and we are going to convert this into smart objects. Click on the crop tool. Hit enter. So command J and drag, and then command T. So let's resize this to 120 pixels each. And also lock this by clicking here. So now if you hit enter, we have created a copy of this rounded rectangle. Let's repeat this to create two more icons. So command J and drag, command T, (80 pixels each), lock, and we can select this. One more, drag, and this one will be 58, lock and select. Now double click on this, say OK. Now whatever changes we make on this screen will get reflected in those three icons that we had created. So we can see that very soon. I'm going to select custom shape tool, and we have so many options here. So I'm going to select this objects. So I'm going to select this half note. Let me put it somewhere here. Let's select this and move it in the middle. Let's choose a different color. We can change the thickness here. We can also change the style of the line. So once we have finalized it, we can hit enter and save. And then when you look at the smart objects, you'll see that all three have the same changes already implemented. So these three are also listed here. So this is the first one, This is the second one, which is 80 pixels, and this is 58 pixels. So now I'm going to export this by right clicking. We can say quick export, and give this a name 120 because this was 120 pixel. Right click here and then export this. We can say 80.png on the desktop, save. And the third one, same thing, right click and 58.png, and we have those three on the desktop now, 120, 80 and 58. Click on assets. You have something called Apple icon. So first one you see is 2x 3x, and this is 29 point. So if you multiply 29 by 2, you have 58. So we can drag 58 and place it here. Similarly, we have 40 times 2, which is 80. Drag this 80.png and place it here. And 60 times 2 is 120. If we make a mistake like if we try to place, for example, 58 somewhere here, you will get an error here. You can see there's one error. So I'm going to delete this. Now if we run this in the simulator and then go to the home page, you'll see that the icon has the shape that we had implemented.